Today we are gonna learn how to program in Scratch. It's not very hard and you can make mind-blowing, cool animated games and videos. By the end of this video, you will learn everything to get started with Scratch. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So alright, here we are at the additional scratch 2.0. So you can see many things here. So I will tell you what is what one by one. So first thing you will know is dashboard. This is the place where you will code. And obviously if you start right coding, you can the place will grow like upside down and sideways, but if you want to see all of your code without scrolling some bars here, so you can have this arrow little here. So if you press it now, the dashboard is big and this is small, but I want it big, so I can do it. It's your choice. So after this tutorial, you will not get anything in your mind if you don't get a good starter. So that videos will come later, but if you want to get started, there is a little question mark here and you will tell what's the question mark. If you press it, you can see many scratch projects here which are obviously only for you. There are so many of them to learn. So I am telling you because other some kind of reasons. So I will teach you with pride. What now you will say what is pride? Pride is actually you will move by, or you can say pride is the thing you will code. So this is the additional cat sprite given from scratch. So you will say this is the thing which will move, but actually it won't. It will only change to costumes right here. If you see closely, if you just constantly change them, you can see like they are running. So okay, you know what is right. So now you will say I will not always make games or videos with this cat sprite. It will be hilarious. So you can also have sprites and count your sprites like this is sprites written here because this is where your sprite will be counted. What sprite is here? So if you see this I button, if you click it, you can also change its name if you click it and just backspace, and I will name it Mac. So okay, it's name Mac. When I give this pause button, now it's name Mac. So there's also written new sprite. Actually this is the way you can take sprite. So there are four ways. First one is take it from library. So you will say how can I take it from library? It's actually given from the scratch app. If you click it, you can find many sprites there as you desire. Like categories have animals. If I click just to animals, uh, so you can see I can find many animals. So here you can also find the additional cats, so I won't take it from here, but you can also find fantasy creatures, what can you say this? Obviously letters, like you can find your text here, and also A to Z in many ways, like not only A to Z, but also 0, 1, 9, this all. So I don't want it from here. I would rather take it from animals, this tab one. So as I click OK, I import this sprite. So Now I have two sprites and you will say, will it have costumes? Actually yes, it will have costumes and it one is with its arm. So yeah, now you know how to upload sprite and sometimes you will say you can't find your desired sprite. So how can you find it? There is also two ways you will like. The first one is paint a new sprite. So if I just click it, I have a little sprite one written here. So I just take it and take a yellow ball and just draw a middle here. Hmm. So now I have it a ball here. So also like I told you, if I press this one, I can change its name. So I will change it to D if I want. So here I named it D. So now you know how to draw your sprite. So also you can have uploaded from your PC or desktop. And the last one is not everybody's favorite, that is the less used option, which is called the new sprite from camera. It will actually take pictures of in the right moment. So now you know how to take sprite and what is sprite, how the sprites move, costumes, and now you know how to contain it. So let me just show you these four options here. So if I just now I want to step two times, so I will just take it and give it a click. So now you can see there's a tab 2 uploaded, but where's the tab 2? But when you drag and drop another one, you can see there is another one, and I say I want to cut one, so there's a scissor looking that will cut it, and you will sometimes say it's too big or too short. So in this shrink option I can shrink it, so I am shrinking it. Okay, so also grow it, this one is growing, and if I want I can also shrink it. So now yeah, I have it. So now you know how to contain your slide too. But there is one question around, like I got this one, so it doesn't have any costume because I drawed it or uploaded it. So how can you find? So I want to draw it again and I show you this duplicate one. It also duplicates costumes. So I duplicate the costumes and just give two red lines actually. One is like this. Or give it four red lines. Yeah, this much would be enough, but this part is too big. Let me shrink it. Yeah, this much is enough. So where I was, so you can draw it again. So there's also a so-called costume library given from scratch. There are kind of four libraries here. So I will show you those four later. So I go to this Mac now. So I have costume 1, costume 2. So I wanted small costume, like that's pointing right. So I wanted to go left. So I take it and take it again. This time the costume 2 actually. So I just click here and these are the containments here. So if I click this, it will obviously turn left to right and up and down, and this will set your sprite's middle location. So I have this. So this also you can obviously draw your costume, upload it or take a picture of it. But like the slide, I will now show you what is in the costume library. So now in the costume library you see everything, you see it in the sprite library, but it's a little different. If I just click to animals now, you can see the crab in two ways because If you upload it, it won't upload it full. It will only just upload one. And here I have the flying. You saw this cat flying A in the first one, but and you go to costume library, you can see cat flying 1 or A and cat flying B, so I will take them both. I take animals. So there I have costumes, and now you will say what is this little backdrop here and what are these four options like this. So let me click to it and you will find out this is not an sprite. By the name, many of you can guess it's background. So background, as we know, can't move and can't do many things. So you won't have the, what can I do? You that just something I don't. You will have some less in the coding. You can see here. So you will also, there is four libraries I told you. So this is the third library called the backdrop library. Obviously we draw it, upload it and take a picture of it, but this is the backdrop library. And I can find many backdrops here, like okay, I will take some indoors for category. And let's see what I got. Bedrooms, castles, tugboats, clothing, that's category. Hall, yeah, kitchen, spotlight. Okay, that's some cute out indoors. So let's go to outdoors and I can find, oh, so many there. So I want this blue stack will look beautiful. And I just press OK. And there is a white backdrop and there is a blue sky backdrop. So now you know what is backdrop. And enough talking and sprites backdrops. Let's learn coding. So actually you won't have to write anything. If you just learn it, then you will also learn this simple thing that you just make cool animated videos and games just by sticking some blocks. So here I will start with motion. So at the start I will teach you a little shortcut which is motion and then equals to moving, looks and sound equals to beauty, control and events are the buttons, sensing and operators making it smart, and data and more blocks are giving your desired life. Which sense actually? So you know this. How many chapters are there? Okay, one is the moving, beauty, controlling, making smart, and desire. Which senses. So I go to first motion, and obviously you can think with the name it's actually the movement. So you can imagine here like move 10 steps. If you can just think of it by calling this move 10 steps, it is moving 10 steps now. But when I go to grab now, they walk on each other right now. Okay, so you will have to change it sometimes. So you can also write like click the number and write -10, and then you can see that the move -10 is working and not that cute actually. So let's try it. Now grab is not going up. That's something not usual. So let's forget it about running each other. So turn 15 degrees. Obviously you can think of it. It turns 15 degrees but more and pointing direction 90. So we all gone through geometric box for math. So we know 90 degree means right, minus 90 degree means left, 0 degree equals to up, 180 equals to down. So if you don't believe me either, so you can also see this is easy right here, and point towards mouse pointer is like a magnet attraction. It moves towards the point, like if I give it, it's pointing to me. If I give the B, so it's pointing towards B, and mouse pointer. So let's turn it back. Okay, so go to mouse pointer is the direct magnetic effect. It directly takes to the mouse pointer. If I give it go to mouse pointer, it directly comes to me. Random position means it will go to different positions, but it won't know. So I will give it to B actually. So go to B. It goes to B directly, and X and Y. So I won't take it to math here. We are not reading math here. We are actually learning coding, which is kind of math too. Later about that. So some of you might know, if you are in the math, x equals to sideways and y equals to up and down, so that's easy. And glide means, okay, so I take directly this one because it will change by that time. So if I give this and take it right here, oh, yeah, see, it just glided into this position like x and y, like you can see here. So change x by 10 and change y by 10. So I told you x and y are the changing effects. So like sideways and up and down. So they are obviously in 10 it means it is going right and up. If I give it only a little minus in the gain right here, I minus. So gain changing, it's changing. Oh, sorry, just a second. Set y and x. So these are actually setting the x and y into a position. So if on it bounce, like you make a pong game, which will obviously will know a little slider here will move and give it a pong. If you give this and move 10 steps or 100 steps order, if you move it, this will go to 8 actually. If it touches these edges, it will bounce to like this, like the mouse is bouncing right now with my hand. And set rotation stand left and right. So if I give you point in direction 0 and move 10 steps, and now you can see it's turning like that, but some of us won't like it that way. But if I take this, it is already left and right. You can also change it here, and you can see it's going left and right ways. Okay, so that is easy. So now you will more scroll down and you can see these three. These are actually containing it, like you can see your x and y12, but you don't have to see it right here. You can also find it like in here. You can point everything you need here. You can look everything, see the exact location counts into here. So some guys, or some of us guys don't like it, so I don't like it actually. So later on that. So looks, in looks you can change like size, make it talk, not like the sound one, but the dialogue one, and change color effects, boost effects, and more. So let's start with the talking part. There is two parts. Think for 2 seconds, say hello for 2 seconds, and these two are for 2 seconds. But if you give this will say forever, forever, So I have just give him this and it will go on. So as I told you that go effect, you can see two blocks here. So one hide. So what you will say it's already showing, why should I have it? So when you click this hide one, it hides. And when you click show, it shows again. So costume, as I told you before in the video, costumes make it look like it's moving. So I can have many costumes here, and actually there's a thing. If you give this, it will transform the costume into a similar costume. But if you give this next costume, it will change the costume as continuously. So the sprite can control backdrop and itself, but the backdrop can't control the sprite. And you can obviously see here change color effect by 25. So it obviously will change the color effect, and there's also set color 0. But when you want to graphic effects, this is actually graphic effect to be cleared, you can have this clear graphic effect. And now there is also size changing, which I told you about. Sometimes you like go big and go small, like you eat energy and you go big or small, like that kind of things can you use it because it will change your size, like I'm choosing it right now, this bit. So this one actually I haven't was this was, I think this is not. So if I give this, it is back to its normal shape. So now you know how to deform it. So before these two, I will tell you again, these are actually the size, backdrop name, costume, count wearing. You can count it on your screen without just looking into here and here. But now to there. So go to font actually means you make a, let me tell you, you make a game which controls a house, and in the upper side of the house, you, if you see, like they have happened, the crab wasn't moving, so the cat won't on, yeah, what can you say, above him, yeah, above him. So if you give this go to fun forever in the house, the cat won't be able to go above him anymore. So and go back one layer. It's like you make a game like bullet, and there is a thing which you will fall, like bullet moves, and you just, if you see in slow motion, that leaves a little clone behind. So if you give this like one layer won't work, and it will obviously have to move, because if you give one layer, so it won't move because it's not moving forward. It will just create a clone for just 0.001 second and destroy it at the same time, so it will give you like a effect of bullet in your screen or something if you make a video. So sounds that you are gonna create finish 2 chapters now about the scratch. So sounds actually give it talking sound, a playing sound, and not only it can play sound, it can stop sounds of all the sprites, play drum, play piano, do beatboxing. Yeah, that's it on your stuff, and set its volume. Okay, so now you have this additional meow sound. Let's hear to it. So I have it now. You will say if you click this black arrow, you have record. So you will say sometimes you want a sound that you can't find. So how will you find sound? So now you are gonna finish a thing which is called the sound library collection. So this is the last fourth library, actually fifth because this is also a library of programming. Five libraries are shown by you. This is the sound library and you can record it or upload your sound. So meow, we want to delete it, so I will delete this type sound. Before that, you can see the sound tone going up and down. So I will play it to you, and you can see the sound going up and down. You can see the liner actual text. So I give it from here. Let's see. So let's get into the sound library, and we found many sounds. So I don't choose you. So let's go to animals and let's play some. So let's go to effects, and there I can see many affecting sounds like bell tone and let's say it loud boing sound which is a little laughable. So that's effects. So let's go electronics. So oh, you want to make a gun game? So there is a little gun game sound, and that officially gives your gun game a little sound in the bullet. So let's listen to this zoop and whoop. So that gives a little pretty much good sound. So I will take it and delete this one. So now I have the sketch drawn, but I don't need it right now. So okay, I will shut up this wrap. So now you have done your beautiful chapter done, and the motion chapter is about to be perfected. So pen, I told you pen was okay. I'm doing it. Pen is actually for a drawing game. So if you make a drawing game, this is only used for. So you can see clear stamp, and obviously with clear you can feel like pen is drawing, and if you press this button it will clear it all. Stamp means okay, we know like it will create like a ball here and again a ball and again a ball like clearly, and pen up actually works like a clear works like this clear block actually. So pen down is the actual drawing. So set pen color to actually sets the pen color to the color you select. So if I press it, it can have an okay. I want this red color. Alright, I have this red color. So change pen color by it will actually change pen color because it's not moving. I didn't show you the button so you can tell, and change pen shade by and change pen size by. It's actually both kind of work the same, so you don't need to run it and you finish your two chapters here. And these two I will teach you later. So let's get to this more for. So events are actually the buttons that will help you control without just pressing them one by one. So events, you can see a green flag is clicked. So where will you find a green flag? Actually, this is the green flag. If you click this, you can see. So also when space is clicked, when this sprite is clicked, it means if you click this sprite, then its scripting or coding will work. And broadcast receive message one is actually you made a game of billion dying, so you set it on a score that if the field score like this, then another wheel will come. So, but you didn't did that much killing score. So, how will you get it? You can obviously do this one. This one is much better. When the villain dies, it will broadcast the message which will go to another villain and like open its code up or open thing into you. So this is all about events. So controls actually button upgraded. If you press a fan button, you can see the button is on and the fan is moving until you turn the button off, and the button off here is this red guy. So if you give this, it will be only temporary. But if you give this, this will make it long lasting and give the button a little condition. So like wait 1 second, you can obviously think of it that after a little strip playing, it will wait 1 second and then start again. Repeat 10 times equals to you give it an activity with green flag. So when you press this green flag and this will active, so it will play 10 times and done. So forever means it will run forever until you click the button of stopping off. So if done is actually conditioning, and I'm not meaning the hair conditioner. I am saying about a condition. If that is happening, then it will work. So if then else equals to an advanced condition. So then you can write like if touching like this, touching color this or something else, then else. So this will be like until this condition is happening, this will happen. So wait until equals to like you gave it like wait until score to this, then it will active. So at the start it will wait until that and that. So repeat until means like you made it look like dance, like that, and you said that repeat until touching max. So after it touches max, it will stop. Actually, you don't have to clear it by this, and stop all equals to actually stopping all of them, not only one. So if you just click here, you can also find this step and other script in this slide. It means it will stop the script which it's on and or stops the other script which is in the slide. So clone. Now think of a game you have like 60 villains to make it amazing, and then you have to make like 50 villains. Even if you can copy, that's hard, very hard. So if you give this cloning, it will create a clone. This will create a clone, and this is the starting button which is not on events actually in here, and read this clone like if it touches good, read this clone, that will happen. Okay, so we got ourselves about controlling button chapter go. Now about the smartness. So sensing. Sensing is actually helping the condition, motion. I am just saying that it helps the controller control here. The if then condition, it helps it. So sensing condition, it can help the condition or help the motion or things. So you can only find some blocks like ask, asking something, video motioning. So also you can find your actually you can find some timers here, timer counting and more. So let's get to there is the condition which I talked about touching max and more condition like key space. This will help you the game, and now you know how to make the game. So now you have learned this sensing. So this makes celebration. You can make a game from it. So obviously I will show you. So when I click this green flag, I will take this and I will obviously take forever and obviously take this if then condition. with this. Oh, sorry, I don't have to. So I will go to sensing and take this. Each space is left. So, okay. So I will duplicate it. Actually, I'm trying to make a small, really small game here. So, please don't see that I will show you a fully functional game. So, let's get into it. I will first give the right arrow motion 10. I mean moving 10 steps, and give this move minus 10 steps. So yeah, now you are seeing it. A very simple game. Okay, you can see. Oh, I forgot that I pointed in my 90, so I mean 0 up. So if I give this right now, it will go working. Okay, so done. So let's get to the operators, which is another smarter, and you find out, nope, there is nothing. There is not even a single block. That is also helping the condition. If there will be future videos, then you can understand it. So now you know how to make it smart and more blocks. So more blocks is the blocks creator. It will give you the blocks you can't find in this form. So your blocks must make sense or they won't work. Like if I give this and just give move 10 8 and that's okay, yes, it's okay. So you can find define move 10 steps, and now you'll say what do I need to define here. So if I just click it out and give move 10 steps, this is actually what you will define about it. So if you just click this move 10 steps, no, I want to wait first. Now you see it's the right arrow isn't working, but the left arrow is fully functional. So if I give this move 10 step, which will define it and also give it a sound here. I did now again, but I would love it. So let's see what happens now. I give it a click. So now you can see it's just playing meow until not ending. It's just playing it again. That's also we will give this and again. Because it's breaking a little square right there. So yeah, you know about more blocks now. And now let's go to data. So in data you can make variables. As you can see, make a variable. Sometimes it holds a big aspect in your game or video, and you can also define score with it. Like yeah, also define score, like make score. This is the making score. So now you know what is what, how is what. So now you say how will you make a game even if you don't understand from here or the tutorial. Well, that's the matter, that I will teach you how to make a game, a fully functional basic game actually, not like a pong game. I am gonna show you beyond the pong game, which is here, and I will make it with this little guy. So first I take this duplicate button and come here and just give this not that, I will give it down arrow and up arrow. Yeah, so I won't give move 10 steps. Move 10 steps actually moves it the way the side is pointing at. So if I give this up and down arrow, moving is just too hard. So without that, I showed you before X and Y. So I will go here and take change, not X actually. I will take Y because X's part is done by these two. So I will not click the number right now. Oh yeah, I need to change it right here. and duplicate it just by a click. So upstairs and give a little minus 10 steps. So yeah, it is now a game, kind of you can see, kind of functional game, but I want it more better. So I will cut something like this ball and also kill the backdrop. So yeah, this is much better for me right now because I'm not gonna show you a fully functional. I'm gonna show you a retro amazing game. So I told you costumes are the thing. Costumes make it look like it's moving. So now you are gonna see what did I mean. So if I take this and just nothing, I click the number and go backspace and just write 0.2 seconds. This will be enough. So I'll go to looks now where I can change the costume, but I won't change it to costume cat flying right now, so I will duplicate it and give it 2. So first thing will be first I will transform to costume 2 and seeing this, just clicking this arrow you can see how many costumes do you have, and I will give it to costume 1 now. So yeah, I have it, and then click it again with duplicate. So I give it costume 4 right now and costume 3, but I will duplicate it only 3 times even though there are 4. So like I am doing it, so go away you. So yeah, I also deleted the whoop sound. I will take another sound for the villain making. I assure you there will be a villain. So costume 4 and 3, actually I don't want it. I want cat flying A and cat flying B. Okay, that's just a computer lag. Okay, cat flying E, cat flying B, cat flying A would be the down, cat flying A up. Switch costume to 2 and 1 would be right arrow, and this one would be left arrow. So now you can see it gives a look like it's moving and flying. You can see it's moving like a game right now. So I need to make this crab a villain. So let's make it do control and forever. That's how the game will always work. And also I will give it just like it's now you know that the sprite is moving a little slow because it has to go through a script has a weight. So we will transform it to 6 steps, not that much, or not that much, 8 steps. That is still too much. No, it will be 7 steps actually. Yeah, I'll find that. And point towards mouse pointer. I showed you that it comes to me, but not that effective. It is trying to come to me, but without this moving, it doesn't. So now I have this, but it will only come. A villain's laugh is the thing we want. So I showed you how to import from sounds. I will go to sound and go to the sound library which I showed you earlier. Go to the humans so I can find out a laugh. Oh, let's see this. Nail laughs actually. Oh, that's like the bad boy we are searching for. So I will just select it and upload it. So now there is a thing which you can do. This is just a little embarrassment because it doesn't play forever. Like it just goes one by one, doesn't go like a full sound then laugh. So for that, if I also give until done, it will stop this like a small time, but still. So I make this one another script here. So I made a villain. So I don't want to say it, but yeah, it's a small script because villain is coming to you and it grants you power. So okay, I give this, and obviously for costume I will make it like it is moving. So actually this is a wrong step, so I will cut it and give it to the looks. Actually grab B, and like our cat, I will take 1 second and call it 0.2 seconds, and then give it up here and just duplicate this one. I don't need that 0.2 second anymore, so I will give it A. Okay, so if I give this a little lick, let's get into it. Yeah, I can see that graph. Oh, sorry, I have a mistake. I didn't set it to sprite 1. So there is a little space right there. You can see it's turning up and down. That's what we don't want. So as the solution to not turning it up and down with pointing also, so I can change it with set rotation style as I showed you, and also I left right is my fine. So now it's turning straightly and now that that is So here it is, your little game that I showed you just right now in some few seconds. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. And if someone wants to learn programming but doesn't know where to start, obviously share this video with him. So that's all for today. Till then, see you. Goodbye. And stay safe actually.